Yeah, hit those background.
Welcome to Brain Candy, episode 475. Hello, Sarah.
How are you, Suze?
Real good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am a little bit, I don't even know what to call it. But the other week, you sent me a text with a picture in it of what used to be my favorite Christmas song.
Oh, my
Christmas rapping.
Sarah, have we
And-
made a change?
Well, we didn't. Let's say we didn't make. There's an open slot.
Okay.
We
This is
have-
exciting, everyone.
I'm open. Yes, Susie knows what I'm talking about. Everybody else is like, "What the hell is she talking about?"
Sarah has terrible taste
Yes.
in Christmas music.
Oh
and
gosh!
claimed her favorite Christmas song was Christmas rapping by the waitresses.
Yep.
And
That did not go over well at last year's Thanksgiving.
I heard it on the radio, and
Yeah, what were your thoughts?
I thought, not only is this a terrible Christmas song,
But the
this
message.
is just a terrible song, period. It is not good rapping. It is not
that's
good
correct.
lyrically or musically. I do not get it.
It's not rapping. It's rapping with a W. Like,
Yeah,
and
but they
I
do
see it as
rap
like
in the
wrapping up
song.
Christmas. Or do they just sing fast?
It's a play on words. You know
I
it.
know.
It's true.
I know. I'm really just trying to. That's why I had to take it out of this number one slot. So
What
I've been
happened?
auditioning. Well, just because like I thought about it and I was like, what do I like about that song? And it's not
Yeah,
that
it's
it necessarily gets me in the Christmas mood. I just remember. I like the memory of me being a kid and getting real excited about memorizing that song. So in my little kid head, it definitely fell into the rap category because I felt it's the same joy I feel over Salt and Peppa's None of Your Business.
Yeah, but at least they're talented. These idiots
Yes,
should not be allowed on the radio.
Oh God, that is so funny. They're waitresses, Suze. What do you expect?
What? Yeah, they're not professionals.
They're not professionals.
Do they have other songs though?
I don't know because
God.
I don't know. Why are you
This is
applauding that? You should be
because
like
it's like-
applauding the fact that I don't explore their entire anthology.
No,
or whatever
I'm
you
just
call it.
godding at the idea that not only is this a hit song, allegedly, but it's their only hit. They have
I
no
see.
other songs.
Yeah, but that's every Christmas song ever except Mariah Carey and Michael Buble.
That's kind of true.
Okay, come on. Tell me what other Christmas hits.
There are lots.
Whoever sang.
That is not true because
Okay, you're right.
most singers
And
that
John
have
Lennon
a hit
and-
Christmas
What
song
if I said
are
that? Tell me what else
famous for-
John Lennon did. Tell me what else. Name one.
Right.
God.
Who's this one-hit wonder?
Oh, God.
Okay, I appreciate, though, that you decided to reflect and have introspection about this terrible choice you've made. So what has replaced it?
Well, okay, so
In
this
your
is the funny part,
estimation.
is that I was thinking about it, and Ren was so cute. When it was Thanksgiving, I told him, I was like, what I want most is like, I want to, here's the deal. Like, I want a lot of Christmas spirit this year. So I'm going like full in on the Christmas music. And so like, as soon as Thanksgiving's over, like we're having Christmas music. And he was so cute. He like, I don't know where he did this, but I came into the room and it was like real quiet and then started getting louder. And it was like Michael Buble Christmas music. And I was like, oh,
Very cute.
Very cute. Points. So, so it got me thinking and I was like, oh, and then the first song that popped into my head, I'm so embarrassed. I was
Oh,
like,
my
oh,
God.
I love this Christmas song too. And I swear, I am only attached to childhood memories because
Is this the
it
Chipmunks?
was yes.
Oh, my God.
How did you know me so well? Susie.
God.
Susie, how do you know me
I don't
so
know.
well?
I can't believe I got it right.
First try. I mean, come on. We kick ass at the Newlywed Game no matter what.
Here's the thing. I don't mind that song.
It's so
So
funny.
I'll allow it.
But my favorite parts are like the, okay!
Okay, that's the worst part of the whole song. For sure. The
Alvin,
best part...
Alvin! Okay!
The best part is their incredible ability to harmonize, but the worst part is the spoken word elements.
And my favorite part is your least favorite part, and so there we go.
That sums it up.
So then that made me laugh even more, and I was like, well, now I have to like, okay, put that one in the trash pile, because as soon as I heard it, and then I was playing it for somebody else, like over a speaker, I was like, this is ridiculous. I need to go back to the drawing board.
You know what?
So,
I'm going to call this growth. I think you've grown a lot. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Don't you like any Christmas songs that are more traditional?
I do. I love... See, I have to, like, think about it. I need them to play... Do I like Silent Night? I have to audition more. That's why I said, listen, I started this by saying I'm auditioning songs, and you asked me, well, do you have a new number one? I almost said new number one person, but no, it's a song. I'm like anthropomorphizing songs here.
I see. So you're still open.
No, I'm open. Mm-hmm. I need to listen to more. Here's what I know I don't like: Michael Buble.
Oh my God. Why?
That might be a controversial statement.
That is.
Because I feel like Michael Buble likes Michael Buble too much.
He totally does. That's not wrong.
You know? Like, and I get it. Because, like, it's like so funny to me, because every single piece of evidence that I think about, every single, like play or scene of Michael Buble saying anything, like, is evidence for this argument.
That's true.
And I feel like he's had to sing the same songs over and over. Mm-hmm. So he like jazzes them up and snaps and sing at different times. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
and
he's enamored with himself.
I can't. I'm like, oh, walking in a winter.
Does he do that?
No, it's like not that bad. I'm definitely like, getting into it a little more.
What about the Michael Buble controversy over, I think it was this summer.
What?
There was a controversy.
Wait. I'm like, he comes out in summer?
He's like the groundhog. Oh, God. Yes, he was doing, during like quarantine, he was doing, I guess they were sort of like live, Instagrams or something with his wife. Oh. And apparently people started to get concerned about the way that he was interacting with her, and felt that there were signs of like domestic violence.
I feel like okay, see?
Okay.
I get vibes. I did not even know this, and I am going to go ahead and say this is absolutely my female intuition, whatever you want to call it, saying that I get bad vibes from him. And, oh, God. Damn, I'm good.
You're into it.
I know it. And because that's the vibe. It's almost like not narcissism and what is the word? What's in there in that that's like that? What, I can't even think of it right now. It's like not like a...
Well, he's arrogant for sure.
Yeah, but it was a little bit narcissistic and like a little kind of controlling. Like I feel like, I don't know, I get the vibes.
Well,
people are not going to like me for this.
Well, they should read about that controversy, though, because when I watched it, I was like, ooh, that is interesting.
Holy shit, I did not even know that. And that is why I listened to a few songs and I was like, it feels icky.
Listen,
there you go. Didn't even know that.
Go to the OG Michael Buble, a.k.a. Harry Connick Jr., a.k.a. Frank Sinatra, and then, Bob's your uncle. There you go.
I do like that, but I like to go back even further and give me a little Nat King Cole, and I'm in.
Yeah, no problem.
Love that. In fact, just, run it with that whole...
So you can get the essence without the domestic violence.
Please,
allegations.
For goodness sakes. Yeah, so that kind of... So that's what's been happening in my world. And
what's happening in my world is lots of delicious cookies from Mrs. Fields.
Oh, ho, ho. And you know what? I love cookies in a tower.
Oh my God, how cute is it?
The only thing I love more than cookies, yes, is a stack of them, a tower of them.
Right. That necessitates 3 boxes.
Yes. Like a snowman. Come on.
They are so cute. Mrs. Fields has these adorable holiday cookie gift options, and I got the snowman version. So it's, 3 boxes stacked upon each other with delicious Mrs. Fields treats inside. And I'm so excited because I'm going to get them for all of our employees. And when you get one at your door, it's a very happy moment.
Yes. So is eating a cookie. When was the last time you had a Mrs. Fields cookie? Holy crud.
Yeah, we're going to call it PLC, Peace, Love, and Cookies. How about that for this holiday season? They're just so delicious, and they ship them, to the people that you love. Ooey gooey cookies, melt-in-your-mouth brownies, delicious handcrafted confections. Nobody's going to be like, oh, bummer, I got cookies.
Nobody.
That's not a thing that people say. And they have a huge selection of gift baskets, cookie tins, and it is really going to help you because we can't always see the people we love, especially this year for the holidays. And it's such a nice, thoughtful gift that everyone is excited about. And our listeners get 20% off site-wide with our promo code BrainCandy at mrsfields.com. You can click or tap the microphone at the top and enter promo code BrainCandy for 20% off your order. That's mrsfields.com, promo code BrainCandy. What a great treat for the people that you love, coworkers, clients, whatever.
Yum, 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 yum. Oh,
Okay.
gosh, now you got me thinking all about cookies.
Just focus, Sarah.
Yes. Okay, so I have a really... Oh, my gosh, I have so many fun things to talk to you about. What do I want to talk about first? Okay, actually, this plays right into my why I was open to picking a new Christmas song.
Oh, okay, great.
Because recently, I read a really, really cool article on personality and like traits and behaviors. And it was scientists who wanted to connect personality traits to what we actually do in the real world. So, you know how people are like, we go online and we're like, oh, let's find the best test to tell us like, how
Who
like
we
much
are.
of it, who we are, like we're
Yeah.
an extrovert or an introvert. And then like we'll take the test and then it'll be like, congratulations, you are more extroverted than average. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay, cool.
Now what?
But what the heck does that look like on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah.
So I took the test because I wanted to also like, and first I should say I did this I feel like I did this in the wrong order because
Okay.
I read the article and then I took the test and I feel like I could have possibly been biased because I
Okay.
felt like I already kind of knew. So that's why I sent the test to you and I was like, Susie, you
Yeah.
should take this too. Did
Yeah,
you
I
take it?
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So what did you come out really... So, okay, for everybody who doesn't know, the test that I sent Susie is like a one, and we can send this out. We can put this in our
Yeah.
newsletter too. Yeah, hell yeah. It's on the Big Five, and the Big Five personality traits are openness or extroversion, emotional stability, agreeableness, conscientiousness, and intellect and imagination. They sometimes use different names. So, like, emotional stability is often called neuroticism,
Yeah.
but they rank it instead. Emotional stability is like, because how high you are in neuroticism is a different way to say it than how high you are in extroversion. So instead, it's like, how high are you in emotional stability?
Okay.
That's just like a different way to word it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I took the test. I feel like this may be reflective of just right now. I'm not so high in emotional stability.
No, me neither.
Ooh, good. I'm also not so high in conscientiousness.
That was
I'm like
one of my
mid.
highest.
I knew it was going
95
to
on
be.
that one.
I knew it was going to be, and I know it's going to be because I should have guessed. Damn. I knew. I also think you're going to be really high on intellect and imagination. What?
No, because I'm not imaginative. You claim that I am, but I'm not.
Well, I guess this test is more correct than me because I got really high on that.
I believe that because you are imaginative.
Yeah. Also,
but like whenever it would ask, do you have a great imagination? I would say no, because I do not.
Okay. So maybe it's like, okay, well, you clearly. Yeah. I'm just projecting my own imagination onto you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it was, I wanted to see where the scores were and what, you were high on, what I was high on, things like that. It might be different because this study, these people went around and they used individuals who were members of other studies, like participants in other studies. So there was a study on meditation, breast cancer, marital separation, and successful aging. So they got a nice range and a nice sample of people. And the individuals carried around a smartphone with this audio recording app that would come on, in certain time intervals, and they would capture 90 seconds of sound throughout their day. And it would be like every 10 minutes or so. And then all of this information and data was sent back to researchers who then coded all of this and would coded the language, coded what they, by how they were speaking and, the sounds around them and what they were doing, what was going on in their typical day. And so then they compared the data and the research and how everything was coded to how they scored on these Big Five personality trait, tests.
Okay.
The findings are fascinating. I started reading this and I was out loud going, oh my gosh. So I don't even know I don't even think I'm hyping it up. So you scored highest on which ones?
Extroversion
Was
Me 97, and conscientiousness was 95.
Okay, so extroversion, it's great. We'll start with that. So they were looking at what do extroverts do more of during their day, and what do extroverts do less of. Are you ready to hear what extroverts do more of during their day?
Yes.
Talk.
Yes.
Yes. And duh. So the more extroverted people people are like, that's not very exciting. Don't worry, I'm getting there. More extroverted people were also more likely than others to express anger, but they expressed more gratitude and affection too.
Yep, I believe that.
Isn't that cool? But this one is the crazy part. You know what they did less of? Cough and sneeze.
No.
Yes, and they said it needs some further study to understand.
Yeah.
One possibility was that being lonely is related to poor health. So it might be that extra socializing extroverts do that, and it helps keep them healthy because they're more social.
Okay.
What? They sneeze and cough less. Come on. That just blew my mind.
That is crazy. Yeah, that blows my mind too.
There's more. Okay, so then agreeableness. How'd you do on agreeableness?
Let's see. Agreeableness, I got a 62.
Oh, I did very good on this. Not good. There's no good or bad. I scored higher. I should say there's no good or bad because there's positives and negatives. Because being high in agreeableness, not necessarily the best thing. It's like you're a people pleaser.
Oh, yeah.
And you put yourself above others and you have no boundaries. It's terrible.
Right.
So I scored a 93 in that. And agreeableness is how positive and helpful one is towards others. Also, that's how I make a living. It's my profession. I'm a therapist.
Yeah.
So of course, it's the questions are like, you're willing to listen to others and give them. Yeah, I do. Often I get paid for it, but
Yeah.
Yes. So people who, and this is funny because I feel like I have been called out for this on the podcast. So people who rate high in agreeableness express gratitude. That's not what I get called out for, but they use verbal non-fluencies. So filler words like and and
Why?
Okay, so it says these may be a subtle way that agreeable people smooth over awkward moments in conversations, putting other people at ease.
Yeah.
Also, we yawn more.
Huh.
I think that's empathy. I think
How the hell
if you
were
were
they
to
measuring yawning through
because
a audible
they could hear
thing?
it. You could hear the sound of a yawn.
I have a real problem with audible yawners, number one.
How do you not audibly yawn? Try to yawn silently.
Are you out of your mind?
Are you out of your mind?
Stop it. That's ridiculous.
I thought I knew
should
you.
not hear you yawn. Let's break up. What if this is our last episode?
God. Oh, man. This is our third fight in last episode? What?
I've done tweets about this, how annoying it is to me that people think yawning, especially men, think yawning is something I should hear.
Let's
move on.
Let's do a poll.
Okay.
You say let's move on. I'm like, we're going to need more data. Writing it down. Poll on yawns. Okay.
Poll on yawns.
Episode 475.
But wait, why do they yawn more though?
It doesn't say.
What do you think?
I think it's higher levels of empathy, or like that they're, how when you see somebody else yawn, you yawn.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Oh my God, I feel like I'm so susceptible to that. In fact, I was thinking about it the other day and wondering if this is like a total side note. If we, or tangent, whatever, potato, if I watched a video of myself yawning, would I yawn?
I think they say that you do not.
Why is that?
Wait.
I need to test that.
I can't remember, but
this can be tested.
Yeah. I think they've done it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe it depends on whether you like have self-care or self-empathy.
Oh my God, that is so crazy. Okay, going to need more info on that.
Okay.
So what agreeable people did less of? They swore. They did less swearing, less expression of anger.
Sense.
This one, crazy. Spent less time outdoors.
Oh.
It says that what could be going on there is they might want to be pleasing others, and maybe spending less time getting away from it all and doing things like hikes or similar activities.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting, huh?
Do you think that they framed their original artwork and pictures with FrameBridge?
I mean, I would be really agreeable to that hanging on my wall.
I want to encourage you guys to check out FrameBridge because it's a great idea for your Christmas list to frame a picture of your family or maybe a drawing that your child made and give it as a gift to someone you love. You can, like I said, do art prints or posters, anything that you need framed and anything that you want to showcase, you can have custom framed on FrameBridge. You just upload the picture and then choose from dozens of styles and layouts, or you can get recommendations from their designers. And then they custom frame your item and deliver it straight to your house. And it's such a personalized gift, so I want you guys to get it for your family members. Get started today. Frame your photos or send someone the perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code BRAINCANDY to save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code BRAINCANDY, framebridge.com, promo code BRAINCANDY. Go for it. Yes. Carry on, Sarah.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah, agreeable people, less expression of anger and swearing. I mean, I'm not a big swearer to other. No, I'm not.
No,
I mean, maybe
I
like
agree.
in only like for fun.
Yeah, for
Like
humor.
positive swearing, for humor. Yeah. So
That's
that
true.
makes sense because I rate high in that. Conscientiousness, which is how much a person prefers order and acts responsibly.
Right.
There are also people who are careful and diligent. Low scores are impulsive and disorganized. I scored not so high in that.
Yeah.
What'd you score?
Well,
You've scored
You're
again?
more of a free spirit. I got a 95.
Oh my God. I'm so envious of you. Yeah, I got a 57. It was not very good.
Oh, that's adorable, though.
Adorable? That is chaotic.
You said yourself there are no bad answers.
Okay, you're right. Oh, don't use my own words against me. I hate that. It's like when Ren uses therapy where I'm like,
Right.
God, you're right, and I need to do that. Hate it.
Well, because there are advantages to both. You know,
Yes.
if you are too obsessed with order, you can be anal and not care for people and place like tidiness over, human fun and interaction. So there's a flip side to all of these.
This may be the one I think I'm the most envious of, or the one that I strive
for.
to. Yes, I strive for. So conscientious people, what they did more was they talked more about work, and they had conversations that conveyed important information about thoughts and values or ideas. You definitely do that.
Yeah, for sure.
This one was interesting. There was they don't really know why, but there's a clear association with more eating and drinking. And they believe that it may be because they're less likely to skip meals and they're better at keeping schedules.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't know about that life.
Yeah,
like,
you're more
if
of like...
one day a week I could do that, oh my God, pat on the back.
Well, because what do you do?
Graze or not eat and then eat a big dinner. It's all bad. It's not, it's disordered eating for sure. I wish I had, I'm like, it's again what I strive for. And that's not true. Now that I have a fitness plan and I'm like doing this 12-week program, I've absolutely gotten way better. And now because I track it, I use one of those nutrition trackers, but I'll say my default before was not good. But now I'm good because I'm getting all the protein I need and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it just doesn't come naturally for you.
It doesn't come naturally. I definitely my body isn't like, hey, it's breakfast time. You need to sit down. I have to
that's
work to make it part of, it's just what I saw. I saw every life on the go and, So, and this makes sense. Oh my God, total segue. But conscientious people did less of, they spent less time in transit. I'm so jealous of that. And
what does that mean, though?
Maybe the key to it is efficiency and being able to plan out your day in a really efficient way. And they were less likely. This was interesting, though. They were less likely to be with a friend or an acquaintance at any given time, which could also be an indicator of priorities. That they, focus on work. And they usually spend less time blaming others, also spend less time swearing, and they spend less time expressing negative emotions.
Okay.
Do you feel like that's you?
I hope so, but probably...
It's exactly you.
Oh.
You're all of those things. Check, check, check.
Okay, great. All right, I got something going for me.
Yes. And even when you were like... When it said, they spend less time with friends, I'm like, Susie is always working.
Well, that's why I don't think that I would actually test high on the extroversion thing if they were really just listening to how much I talk. But that's just because I'm not around people and I'm in a bunker. So,
yeah.
But if I'm out in the world, I love talking to people.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
When we go to a restaurant and then I talk to the staff the whole time. You talk to
everybody.
Yeah,
I know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you and my mother, like
sometimes
who all the time, you guys,
right?
Yeah.
Right. You're not into that.
Because I'm secretly an introvert, I think. Who
I know. That's
presents
so weird.
as an extrovert.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Who knows? But I scored a 93 in extroversion. I'm an extrovert. It's like I burn bright, but only for a very short amount of time. Mm-hmm. And then light bulb is out for a bit and it needs time to recharge or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like one of those probably or something like that. Okay. Next one, neuroticism or emotional stability. Okay. I did not score too high in emotional stability.
What did you
In fact,
get?
it was my lowest. 52.
Me too.
What?
Sarah, I got a 26.
Oh, Suze. That's bragging rights, right? That's
yeah.
That's impressive.
That is so bad.
Or,
because
like I said, Susie, there's no bad.
Well, but I kind of think maybe in this case there is because, the questions were like, are you easily irritated and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And I am.
Yeah. That's funny because I thought the easily irritated thing went under agreeableness.
Oh, maybe it does. Well, what do you think it is?
I don't know.
What questions do you think
are
the ones that predict this?
No, now you're right. You are right because I definitely said to those kind of questions that I'm also easily frustrated. I get worked up all the time. Yeah. Or I switch my moods.
Yeah, I'm moody.
But that can be good and bad. You could be that means I could be in a bad mood, but then don't last forever.
Yeah, right.
So, but let's hear
Way to
what
look at
people
the positives.
what they did more of. Ooh, some of these
what
not
they
so
say.
good. Okay, well,
oh my God.
So they blamed others, swore,
Yeah.
and got angry and frustrated.
Yeah.
So, but before you say that it's like all terrible, because we said there's like no bad, they also expressed more affection and focused more on others in speech and used the word you more often. But then as soon as I read that part that said used the word you more often, I was like, yeah, to blame other people. Agree or disagree?
Oh, man. Yeah. Like,
Listen.
I get what they're saying.
Right. But I'm like, put that in context. And actually, I feel like I should be the thing if that person's not using their I statements.
It would be better to have a little more of like just less fluctuation. Like you said about being moody. I mean, it would be nice to be a little more consistent.
Yeah. But you
That's
know
all right.
what? And there,
It's okay.
And maybe it's not as. I don't think that. Well, I don't know. Who knows?
I do think it's funny to be irritated too, which encourages me.
Right. You do. Yeah. And you know what? That's kind of like what we got going. I do something that annoys Susie. Susie gets irritated and goes, oh, for Pete's sake. And then it's funny. Yes. Right. It's our whole bit. Hello.
It works
Come
out.
on. It works.
We found a way to make it work.
There we go.
I'm sorry. I just need to
go.
chime in and say, that all this got me worked up, and so I need to hydrate, and that's why I needed to have liquid IV, Sarah.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. I have not been so good at staying hot. That always happens to me in the winter. When it's not hot outside, I think, I'm like not thirsty. I am. So I need a little to start my day with some liquid IV to like just do like get it started
ordered
right.
because now that things are crazy again in the world, like more crazy, then I ordered for my bunker like a gazillion liquid IVs.
That's smart.
Because in the winter, like I want to keep my immune system up, and they have the immune support one, and then I want to keep energy up. They have the energy multiplier. They have the hydration multiplier. So they have something for everything. I mean, the holidays, you're probably going to be getting a little tipsy, but you want to stay hydrated. So this is great with hangovers or just, in general. And then you want to keep your body up to par. And so liquid IV is great because it hydrates you at 2 to 3 times the speed of plain water, and it has essential vitamins in it. It tastes great. They have tons of flavors now, and they're always trying other new ones. I think there was one that was called apple pie.
What?
Yeah,
delicious.
I have not had it yet,
oh
but
my
I
God,
need it.
Heat it up.
Right?
Apple cider. Stop.
Come on.
I know. Now I want that. Now I'm thirsty for apple cider.
Now we're thirsty.
Yeah.
So liquid IV is so handy. It's a little pouch, and you just pour it into your water. It's super easy. You can keep it in your purse or your car. Liquid IV is available nationwide at Walmart in the beverage section, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code CANDY at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use promo code CANDY at liquidiv.com. Get better hydration today at liquidiv.com, promo code CANDY. Okay, carry on.
Yes. All right. So you scored high in conscientiousness that said there was there was an association with more eating and drinking, but you also scored higher in the neuroticism, which says that what they do less of is eat and drink. So, you're nice and balanced right there.
Really?
People who are more neurotic eat and drink less. And they said it might be what do you think? It's like, to me, it was like, yeah, duh.
I get that. And I think
anxious.
of the people that I know that are neurotic. They're just not interested in food. Like they're thinking about other things. They're anxious and worried. And
That's exactly what it
fussy.
said.
Yeah.
It might reflect a tendency of anxious or sad people to skip meals or forget to eat.
Yeah. Well, I
How about
never
this one?
forget to eat, but I sometimes, will abstain because you lose your appetite because you're thinking about something else.
Yes. Like, I got too much on my mind. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, because there are times like when I'm stressed, I like, oh my God, grad school, I never ate because there's too much on my mind.
Right.
Oh, forget it. Then also, I really like this one. that people who scored higher on neuroticism, they tend to gossip less.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Because they're like so worried about their own shit.
It says that it could be that they experience more anxiety in social situations, and it leads them to end conversations early. And so, or it could be that other people cut the conversation short. And
yeah, I definitely love a good goss session.
Yeah, so you're nice and balanced. Maybe that's like the other thing, because that's it. It's like we're not going to be high on everything.
Right,
like,
and you kind of like everybody's everything.
Right, and that's why like you're not zero. You're
exactly.
Not. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God,
interesting.
I love gossip. Gossip is fun.
Oh, I feel like I had another study somewhere. Oh my God, I have to find where it is on gossip and on what it does to the brain. Mm-hmm.
Is it like super toxic and bad for us?
Kinda, yes.
So fun though.
Yes.
Because I'm fascinated by humans. I love human behavior and bizarre behavior. That's why I study criminals.
Yes.
And for me, gossip falls in that category where it's like, like I want to crack the case on why someone did something, why people broke up.
But gossiping is because this is what I tell people. What is the intention behind what you're doing? I swear I had that somewhere. I have to find that shit. Yeah. Anyways.
When you and I sit down and I'll be like, hey, how about how so-and-so broke up? Like, it's not necessarily to get a high off of the exchange of information, which I think a lot of times gossip can be that. Mm-hmm. It's more like, what do you think happened? And like examining human behavior and relationships.
Yes.
Maybe
so it's like,
we elevate it.
It's hard. It's like, and I think often anybody, I don't know. I don't know if.
You don't have to know everything, Sarah. It's all right.
I don't know everything.
I think you get so sad when you don't know something.
No, I'm not. I am more like I'm contemplating. You're here, and you're just hearing the ums and the filler words, because I'm a very conscientious person. So that's what you're hearing.
Got it.
Yes, I'm gonna. Okay. I found it. It was in another article on how to talk to people who meddle in your life. And it says gossip and meddlers may see their behavior as justified because they believe they know more than you. Therefore, they don't think it's out of place to insert themselves into your life. But that's like more when you're like talking about, that like. It says further, they may believe that their behavior will bring the two of you closer together. So I think that's it. And this is almost talking about people who are gossiping about you, like in front of you, or saying this stuff like. Or meddling like in front of you, So I think that's kind of a little bit different.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
And maybe it doesn't feel like gossip to me because
you never have bad intentions, so I can see why it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah,
you're always like trying to a fault. It makes me crazy.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Like, I do that.
Yeah, I do that. I also am very proud of being the locked box that, I'm like, no.
Oh, man, that makes me crazy too.
Yeah.
Sarah doesn't tell me her secrets and it is wrong. Like, I feel like that is a violation of the best friend code.
I'll be the listener. But also, it feels like an ethical responsibility, even if somebody's not my client. It feels like, I know, you hate it. Anyways, and definitely one if they are. So, what else have we talked about? Did we talk about,
intellect,
we have not talked about,
imagination.
yes, and which is open-mindedness, really.
Oh,
and
okay, well,
this is, yes. And it's the complexity of one's mental life and receptiveness to new ideas. Which, hello, I'm like auditioning new Christmas songs. So naturally I scored very high in this, 93. This is totally true. People who are open-minded used more conjunctions like and also. Mm-hmm. That's what I start every sentence with. And you say I'm a yes-ander.
You are.
I was like, oh my God, I feel so seen when I read this. So if other people, are like that, then, maybe you get me.
I mean, the thing is, I would classify myself as open-minded in a certain way. Obviously, I've switched political parties. I've switched religious associations.
Yes.
Those are huge things to be open-minded about and then to change. But I would say in terms of small things, it's like I want things done a certain way. I don't want to hear about your approach. I like it this way.
But I almost feel like that falls into kind of that conscientiousness where it's a person who prefers order and acts responsibly. Like you understand that that's what works for you and you just have good boundaries and know that like you can't be open-minded to an idea that doesn't work for you. Mm-hmm. That seems fine.
It's such a broad category, though, to put intellect and imagination in the same section.
Yeah, it really is. It does need to be all of these, you know. And didn't they add a new one? I feel like a woman identified grit as another personality trait, which, of course, you would score high on, I think. And so people who scored high on open-mindedness also used words like because and think. Like, oh, I think.
That's nice.
Yeah. But
what did you get on that one? What number?
93.
Holy heck.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is the downfall. This is the opposite of, in my mind, like, yes, because that's why I think the conscientious thing, because they did less of use of like words like no or not, you know, like, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Right.
Sorry, I won't be able to do that. But also less verbs. Fewer verbs. And so what they said it might be because this is, oh my God, you will be like, yeah, duh. I am far more an idea person than I am an action person. Like if somebody else makes the plan happen, I'll be like, yep, I'll get it done, or I'll come up with the idea for it. But people, and they said that it could be about action less and they talk more about ideas and talk about action less.
I get that. And I'll tell you, though, what a great idea it is to try to save money on your insurance, which you can do with Policy Genius. Excuse me.
Tell me more.
Well, recently I got a notification from my auto insurance saying it was basically going to double.
What?
Because of like something with Adam. You know, just like one thing, and then it was going to be like $800 a month. Crazy.
Oh, my golly heck.
I mean, that's a lot of money. So,
it's insane.
Anyway, Policy Genius is great if you want to compare all the different rates from all the top insurers, because then you just put in your info and they'll tell you, like, is this really necessary for me to pay this amount, or can I get a really good deal somewhere else? And I just love how it's a few quick questions about yourself and your property or your driving, whatever. And then the experts will look at all the ways to maximize your savings, like if you can bundle it or, you know, if you can just get a better rate with a different company, and they'll get you switched for free. And they have 5-star ratings across like a gazillion reviews on Trustpilot and Google. It's just a great service. So if you're feeling the pinch during the holiday season, as most people will be, find out how much you could save on home and auto insurance at PolicyGenius.com. They've saved their home and auto insurance customers an average of $1,000 a year by reshopping. Policy Genius, when it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. And maybe you're paying the right amount, and then you'll find that and have peace of mind. I happened to find a better rate, and I switched companies, and that was amazing. I mean, nice. I'm going to save, let's see.
Saving money is like,
I'm saving $600 a month.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I am doing this as soon as we're done.
I'm
I got a show to
serious.
finish, but oh, my God, I'm so excited.
Okay, sorry.
Woo!
Go ahead.
Okay. So, yeah, there you go. That's it. And I just thought that was
what I want to know.
What? Yes. Oh,
okay.
I love questions.
So with personality tests, which people, especially women, really love, and I get annoyed about, you know how I am about like that Enneagram and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think what interests people is just a genuine desire for self-discovery? Yeah. Or do you think like a lot of times we already know this stuff about ourselves? Why do we like someone else reinforcing it or confirming it? What is that? Don't you think most of us know whether we're an introvert or not?
That's really interesting. That's a really good question that I do not know the answer to. And I would also be interested to know if if it has anything to do with, like, do women prefer external validation more than men? Question number one. And if men need less external validation, then it makes...
maybe it's because they already get so fucking much.
I know. That's what I was thinking. And maybe we're like, you know, everything is designed to make us question our value and our worth. So we are drawn to tests and these things that kind of, I don't know, highlight some of that value and worth. Maybe?
Yeah. Which I am sympathetic about. Yeah. Like, if that's really the reason, then I'm like, okay, that's fair. Because sometimes it can feel like we just like talking about ourselves and being like, and I scored this on this thing. And I'm like, okay.
Like,
well,
where else do we get that? Remember how you felt originally about, this is me trying to make Susie more open right now. This is basically Sarah convincing Susie to have higher levels of openness. Remember how you felt originally about those shirts and stuff that was like, wine time for moms or moms, da-da-da, and you're like, nope. And then you read some article on it and you're like, oh, you know what? Yes, I'm actually for that. We need that. Because like when you kind of like zoom out and look at the social like.
Yeah, because if what you're saying is true, where it's like we have a deficit in terms of making women feel seen and appreciated, then that is sad. And I want people to take personality tests if it helps them feel better.
Yeah, I mean, does it help you feel better?
I think it's just as fun for me as it is for anyone else, but that I'm always like, stop being so self-involved. Like, I'm like scolding myself.
Don't scold yourself.
Sarah, thank you.
Especially
I feel very seen right now.
when it's your friend who's sending you the test and encouraging you to take it.
Yes, that's right. I'll blame you.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever you got to do to like feel okay in your mind. So I liked that. I thought it was really interesting to see the things that were related to like coughing and sneezing or yawning.
God, that is so cool. I love that.
What? And you know, because
that's more information than we really normally get. Because they've added that audio component.
And really, it's like extroverts talk more, and I talk a lot though. I talk so much.
It's more when you're nervous.
Oh my God, absolutely yes. It really
like when
is.
You're comfortable, I don't think you talk more than.
No, I don't.
Most
I actually
people.
don't really want to talk a lot when I'm comfortable. I'm like, nah, we're good. That's a terrible nervous habit.
It is not. No, because it does make people comfortable and it makes people like you a lot.
Okay. Talking a lot? I don't know.
Yes,
that had the opposite effect in grad school.
Listen.
They called me, what did they call me? Question girl. Golly. I didn't learn that until like my third year. And I was like, question girl, huh? Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting my money's worth. I got my every penny's worth from that school. Well, I'm still paying it off. So whatevs.
I mean, it's interesting. And I do think if you can take your results from a personality test and then learn something about yourself that then improves how you interact with other people or your relationships, then that is great.
Yeah, I say this about anything that, like, even if you're looking at those astrological, like, I'll go this far, and looking at the astrological, you know, like, or horoscopes or whatever you call them, and it says, like, you're somebody who tends to be like this. Like, maybe there are ways to improve. Like, don't look at it as, well, this is how I am, and it's just like that. Like, I think if you can use that information to, like, motivate you to try to, kind of like the conscientious thing. Like, I know that I'm lower in that, so I want to work to try to be more, like, that's where I need to put more energy. And maybe I need to put less energy into talking or less energy into, like, you know, thinking of new creative ideas and more energy into, like, doing them.
Well, and
so I make
else.
checklists and stuff. Yeah.
Even this personality type test or even an IQ test, if you don't like the results you get, they're not fixed.
They're not.
Change them.
Right. For sure. None of this stuff is fixed.
You can become more conscientious or more introverted, whatever you desire, or if you want to have a higher IQ, you can learn how to take those tests more successfully. And so it doesn't have to feel like, well, this is who I am forever.
Yeah. And whatever you know what it says, like the grass is greener where you water it.
Yes.
Like
that's
just take it, just, right? It's like that you have to just take, if that's what you want, then you just take care of that and nurture that and like focus on that. And, it's all good. So.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that.
Good topic.
Yes, thanks. Also, before we even cool it down, I got to get fired up about this one that I was going to start out with because I'm so I don't know why I'm so excited, but I feel like it's just cool. Shout out to Scotland for making
the period
products are free. It's
hallelujah.
Duh. I remember when I was, this is one of those, I should have written it down, or and I told you so moment or something like that. I don't know why I feel like I need the credit for this in some way. But I remember when I first got my period, and I was like, so who pays for, is somebody gonna, I did the math, or I think maybe I paid for, my first box of tampons, and I was like, $14? What? And I was like, that's 2 hours of work at my minimum wage job. Are you kidding me? And I was like, so what? What do boys have to do? My mom was like, nothing. And I was like, that's not fair. We should get a tax. And I was helping my mom with her taxes at a very young age. And she will definitely vouch for that. I was like, do we get a tax break at the end of the year? And she's like, no, we don't. And so I love that Scotland is doing this.
I don't know if you have this information, but I was curious whether this is sort of if you can't afford them, there's a place where you can get them kind of like a food bank, or is it more just how is that happening?
It's let's see. It says the requirements for schools, colleges, and universities to provide the product for free.
Okay, so it's not to your house.
They said that they've also funded a project to deliver free period products to low-income households, as well as a further €4 million for councils to continue the rollout of other public places. So they're going, and in the interim, a number of individual businesses, restaurants, pubs, and even football clubs are starting to provide free products independently. And it has become increasingly common in Scotland to walk into a women's toilet and find free products by the sinks or with an honesty box. So a little box where you just put some money in. Oh, hello, Scotland. Adorable. Thank you.
Okay, so it's sort of like the way we treat toilet paper here at public places. It's just there for you if you need it.
Yeah.
If I need to go to the bathroom at the movies, I go and I use the toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's like that.
That.
The government is supplying the products.
Probably yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
Good for them.
Because it's really a real problem.
Yeah. I mean, for real, it's 2 hours if making $7 an hour for... And they did the math. I read somewhere recently what the math is on how much women spend. It's a shit ton.
I am glad that so many companies now are making the panties and then the cups that you can reuse, because that's a big help too.
I switched to that and I love it.
Yeah,
I feel free.
Are a lot more options and better for the earth.
Yeah.
And better for your wallet.
There we go. And for JJ. It's not
wonder
mad,
why,
but,
wonder why Scotland was the first. Wonder what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. It was it was a grassroots, project. And so I guess it was
happy.
It says in this article that I real quick pulled up that Scottish Labour's health spokeswoman said I guess she spearheaded the campaign. So it was a woman who was like, let's get this shit done. And she did it. So shout out to that
great
badass bitch, Monica Lennon.
We're never going to have that here.
I know. God, please.
We can't even get people to wear a goddamn mask.
Oh, yeah, it's insane. I mean, for Pete's sake.
Are we great again?
Oh,
well,
gosh.
that's good. We'll celebrate that. That's a victory.
Yes.
For the ladies.
So, there you go.
Let's wind
it down. What do you
do it.
say? We
Well,
learned.
I'm
a lot
really
about
proud of
the
you.
Big Five. What? For what? Oh, I know.
For the Christmas song evolution.
I'm open to suggestions if you have them for me.
Ooh, I wonder what people would pick.
Yeah, and tell me yours. I'll put up a little, question thing on my...
I mean, you don't seem to be
Insta?
real into the traditional, but I highly recommend Celine
Tell me.
Dion's "Oh Holy Night."
Oh,
That
I do
one
love
makes me
Celine
cry
Dion.
every time when she says "on my knees." I mean, forget it.
Okay, I do love that one. I like Nat King Cole's version of that. Okay. We're getting... that
some
might be what I
progress.
listen to. There's progress, definitely.
Michael Buble is an asshole.
Yep, definitely.
We learned that.
I'm going to definitely watch that video.
Yes, I want you to get your feelers out and see what you can determine.
Wow, I can't believe that. Yep. And,
if you don't sneeze or cough very much, you might be an extrovert.
There you go. And also, don't worry if you take that test and it's high in anything you don't want it to be, because those aren't fixed. But if you do take it, check out that article. It's in Psychology Today. And
We
it's,
learned that
really
Sarah
interesting.
is even attention-seeking in her yawns.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that you can yawn silently. I'm still not.
Oh my God!
I'm going to need to yawn. I'm awaiting the evening hours so I can do this.
You know what I just did? I just yawned.
What?
You didn't hear
Oh my
it.
God. No, you didn't.
I know, but I could have.
Oh my God. See, I know you didn't. You liar, pants on fire.
Oh, God, it's so funny.
Oh, you crack me up.
All right, well, this
there we
was
go,
a good
Sus.
time.
It
Good
sure
time.
was.
Great oldies.
I knew you were going to
And
say
we'll
that. I
see
love
you
it.
next time. Leave us a review. Subscribe.
5 stars, would you?
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying this podcast, try giving my podcast, Miraculous Mamas, a listen. Miraculous Mamas is a safe and inclusive place for you to find a huge amount of educational and relatable information about childbirth and parenting with absolutely everything in between. Each week we discuss important topics, share great resources, hear from experts, and listen to birth stories, all in an effort to bring you reassuring and informative experiences so that you know that you are not alone. That's all on Miraculous Mamas podcast. Look for the podcast link in the show notes or simply search for Miraculous Mamas on your podcast app.